Welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. Paul, joined by Jack Weinberger, Robert Ziggy Ziegler, who is up at Harvard University right now, and returning for the first time in months. Producer Zack is with us today.
For the applause,
That's
applause,
huge.
applause.
It's great having Zack back today, and this is actually a very special episode that we're having today.
Back for a good one.
We do our fantasy episode every single year. But this year, we're like, why don't we make it a little more interesting? What would be more fun than just listing our top 10 guys? How about we actually do a mock draft today? So we have a mock draft pulled up on Sleeper, and we're going to go through it and then see what happens here. We'll walk you through the picks.
Should we show the crowd how Paul wanted to do it?
Well, I wanted to show up. Yes, Zack and I got in an argument beforehand. I wanted to show this for a little bit, not the whole entire show.
This was Paul's, right? Let us know in the comments when you see the new one.
That's not that.
How gross!
It's not that. Again, it was supposed to be like a mix. We do this for a little bit, but then yes, show them the new version.
No, we'll show them when we get there.
Oh, okay, very nice, very nice.
But just put that
I
in
have
your
a question for you guys before we get started with this draft.
Yeah.
Is there ever, when you're doing fantasy drafts, is there ever any particular music you put on for good luck or good vibes or whatever?
No, you know what we do?
I could imagine Jack saying I listen to Katy Perry nonstop during my fantasy.
Well, that's just regardless 24/7. I'm Katy Perry. I will occasionally turn on the NFL on CBS theme song
on the drive over.
Yes, on the drive over to get myself amped up and ready to go.
For the league back home with our home friend Ziggy, we usually try and get as many people. The past couple of years we did one live, player on the board and stuff. It took 4 hours. It was awesome, but it was a lot of fun. But now we all just get together and draft on our phones. And it's a lot of fun. People show up in suits.
Probably more fun because it's an hour, not 4.
Wings. Yeah, it's
we're
great.
still hanging out.
It's awesome. Do you do something?
Oh, I mean, I'm always blasting either Roland Kirk or Moondog during my fantasy drafts.
That's awesome. Yeah, fantasy football is great.
This is actually my first mock draft this year.
Yeah,
and I'm sharing it live with the people. We're sharing.
Might be my 300th.
Oh, so Ziggy's prepared.
Should we have some?
Ziggy's prepared here.
Two brothers beer.
Yeah, thanks again to Two Brothers Brewing and Rogue Energy, of course, for sponsoring this episode. A fantasy episode is, it's the perfect mix here. You got your energy to stay up and be focused for the for the draft, and then you have a couple beers while you're picking players. So, all right, we may as well get into this, shall we, Zack?
All right, folks. Now, remember what we saw before here. If you forgot, here I'll help you. I'll help you remember. This is the ugliness that we saw before.
Bad. Not that bad.
The absolute garbage that he wanted to put up.
Zack's not a fan.
This, on the other hand, is a thing of beauty, Paul. This is what we want to see.
I actually may be with you, Paul.
Well, this looks good too.
This looks good too, but I don't. It's just 50-50. They're both good. They're both good. They're both good.
But it is what it is.
As long as they can see who we're drafting, and it's all right.
To each their own, and we'll get into it. So here's how this is going to go. We're doing a 12-team half PPR league. I'll just go over all the standard league settings here so people understand. 4 points per touchdown for a quarterback, 6 for everyone else. And again, half point PPR. Now, actually,
yes, if that matters.
Yeah. One thing,
actually, that adds up.
One thing that I do actually want to say for people who are doing their mock drafts, and if you enjoy mock drafting, is no one ever talks about this too. You do it on the if your platform offers mock drafts like ESPN or Sleeper or Yahoo, if they offer mock drafts, do it on the platform that you're drafting on your league on. Because I've noticed this before when Sleeper's easiest and it's the best for mock drafts. But then if you go to ESPN, it's completely different player rankings. And it might not change your strategy, but it'll probably change your friend's strategy. Just seeing, you could have Malik Neighbors as the 15th player, but if ESPN has him as the 10th, it changes the way people look at guys as they're drafting. So just draft on the platform. I've never actually heard anyone say that before. And I think it's pretty important. So just take
before we start, Paul, you have 1 second to answer this question.
Yeah.
What's one word that rhymes with mock? Hurry.
Doc.
Nice.
Why?
How about you, Ziggy? Go.
Brock.
Zack?
I got nothing.
Is Brock a word or a name?
Well, you best believe that I'm taking him with the first overall
you could.
pick,
Brock could be. It counts. It's
Brock.
A name. Yeah, Brock's a name. It can count it.
Should we let the fans know how many times we've won fantasy?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm a 3-time champ, back to back.
Yeah. Ziggy, have you? Well, Ziggy and I are in a separate league than the one I'm in with you guys. Ziggy and I are in a dynasty league. Ziggy does a great job. Dynasty leagues are really fun. which I am a one-time champion of.
Nice.
And in our league with Zach and Jack, since we expanded to like 10 plus, now 12 teams, a one-time champion.
I have yet to win a rank.
In all forms.
And any form.
I have a total record. So since the league became 12 teams, I'm 27 and 41. The worst team in our league with an average finish of 10th place.
Well, let's see if you can turn that around tonight, Jack.
Yeah,
I need a couple twin two
brothers
IPAs to help me turn around, maybe.
I'm not sure you need any.
Can I snag one?
Yeah, you need. All right, so Ziggy will be picking first overall. Jack will be fourth. Zach will be eighth, and I will be on the turn at 12. Zach was actually intentionally put at 8 because he put in our group chat, I have no idea what I want to do post pick 5. So we were like, you know what? Let's make it a little hard for him.
Zach, that makes 2 of us.
Sweat.
Makes 2 of us.
I said that?
Well, you said that you have like a top 5 that you really like, and then you said after that you have like you're still kind of debating who you like in those picks. You didn't.
Oh, okay.
I thought you said that.
No. I never mind. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. All right.
Let's start.
All right, let's go with this. Well, you actually as the commissioner of this league.
The ringless
Yeah,
commish.
you have to start mock draft. And Zach, don't forget to talk into your mic when you're going through. Just
all right, on the clock, Ziggy.
So this is a format. The way we're drafting is pretty typical, where you got 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. So everybody in the world is going to tell you the first overall pick should be Jahmyr Chase, number 1 wide receiver, tons of opportunity. And I totally agree that Jahmyr Chase is the number 1 wide receiver. But when you've only got 9 starters, the evidence says running backs is much more important than wide receivers. There's only going to be 15 to 18 running backs that get enough workload to put up top weeks, 36 wide receivers, 1 on each side of the field. Running backs tend to finish higher. They tend to score more. There's not nearly as much of a cliff. So I think if you've got the 1-1 this year and you're starting 9 players, running back is the place to go. So who's the number 1 running back going to be? Well, some people tell you it's Saquon Barkley. No chance. Saquon played way too much last year. The Eagles are going to take it back. Some people tell you it's Bijan Robinson. He's pretty good. But I'm taking the most talented running back in the entire NFL.
Oh, boy.
A guy that averaged 33 points per game when his only competition was out with an injury, who's been getting an even bigger workload than he has in the past in training camp this year. We're taking Jahmyr Gibbs of the 1-1.
Oh, here we got to turn we got to mute our. We all got to mute our.
We got the bots now. Yeah.
I mean,
obviously there's only 4 of us, so there will be auto drafters for the other picks.
Yes, I'm a huge fan. I do the same thing at number 1.
I do just want to say one thing though, as you were giving your big spiel, and I like, Jahmyr Gibbs is awesome, and we might actually wind up having to pause our turn off our actual timer here, so just so we can keep our picks.
If you want to do it, you can control it.
As you're going through that. The one thing you said is without his main competition there, he was a monster, and that's true. But his main competition, David Montgomery, will be there. He will be playing.
Jahmyr Gibbs was 5 points away from being the overall RB1 last year with David Montgomery. If Gibbs' workload expands even a tiny bit, he'll dominate.
I mean, Gibbs had almost 300 total touches, or he eclipsed that.
300 plus touches, attempts,
right?
But yeah, I mean, as a receiver as well, he had 302 total on the year as a receiver as well.
14-12 on the ground.
No, he's amazing.
I think he'll be a total monster.
He is amazing.
I like the point on Barkley too. I just don't see that being repeated.
Yeah, but it's running back 1 performances are basically never repeated.
Gibbs is younger. I like that bet.
At the end of the year, though, just to Ziggy's point, when David Montgomery was out, he went for 28.4, 25.4, 26.3, and 46. That's just insane. If David Montgomery misses this, if he was not in Detroit, Jahmyr Gibbs would be the slam dunk number 1 pick. All right, so second went Jahmyr Chase, then Bijan Rob. His actual pronunciation, he said, was Bijan. Yeah,
I like him a lot too.
Bijan Rob. I think he might be my number
14 touchdowns last year.
Bijan at 3. This brings us over to Jack Weinberger.
So let me just tell me first how to stop and start the.
It's done. Just go into the settings in the top right corner.
It's done.
It's done.
But now I'm up.
There's no timer anymore.
Okay, so I'm here at number 4. We have Jahmyr, Chase, and Bijan off the board. So I'm going to take Saquon. I feel like I kind of have to.
Any interest in one of the receivers?
How do I draft him?
Yeah, draft.
Oh, there we go. I clicked his name. I don't use this app much super often, but Saquon at 4. I just feel like I kind of have to with him being there.
No interest in Jefferson or
I'm a running backs guy. Yeah. I love JJ. I do love CD. I love these guys. I'm a running back first round person.
Do you think any of that has to do with when we first started, how I used to like beat into yours and Michael's head, like running back? Like,
yeah.
That might be like...
Ever since I was young, I'd take running backs in the first round, which is actually funny. I say I'm a running backs guy. I'm not. But I'm a fantasy running backs guy. And I feel like receivers, there's so many of them. Like you can get good receivers late.
Yeah.
But to have good running backs, like running backs are gone early. So I Saquon number 4.
If you're in a format where you're starting 4 wide receivers, you have a realistic chance if you go wide receiver heavy to get 4 top 25 wide receivers in your first 6 picks and just dominate.
Mm-hmm.
When you can only play 3 wide receivers, running backs become way more important.
So number 5 was Justin Jefferson. Number 6, Derrick Henry. I love Henry, and every single year you think he's going to fall off, and then he just goes for 1,900 yards. Like
this is that year.
Yeah. Every year people say that, but if Derrick Henry, I've seen him slip all the way down boards to 12. I would. What did someone say? I'd gobble him up. Someone said
that they probably didn't. You're probably just thinking that
7.
Make that up.
7 is Amon Ra.
I'll gobble you up later.
And then 8, producer Zach is on the clock.
Drum roll, please.
So, as a producer Zach and a 3-time champion of our league.
Are you a 3-time champ?
Yeah.
You won our league 3 times?
Yeah.
I thought it was twice.
I think it's 3 times now.
I think he's full. I think he's full.
I think it's twice.
You're
no,
2 times.
I think I've won 2, and then I just won this year's.
We'll have to fact check that.
Yeah, we might have to fact
Well,
check
it's
that.
2 or 3, but Zach's been good. Zach's been successful.
Zach's very good.
But as picking at 8, 8's a very dangerous position because you don't get who you really ever want. But with that said, I'm taking the man, the myth, the legend, CD Lamb.
CD, okay. Did you have any thought about taking someone like Genty or?
No, I don't trust Genty. I don't trust
the man, the myth, the legend.
I don't trust A-Chan. Like I don't want to run.
He's your guy.
Did you hear what happened to us today or was it today? Yeah, against the Lions.
No,
we got utterly dominated.
Oh, did you? Well, I mean that's
we are on this decline.
Oh, this.
So you want no Dolphins?
I want no Dolphins.
Zach wants no Dolphins.
And
I love the Dolphins, but
CD's awesome. Okay, so
I've seen CD going. People are taking him at 4 and 5. Like people take him.
He should have a pretty big bounce back.
If you buy the Cowboys
he had a great
resurgence
year
with Dak, which I do, he should be a premium player.
So I guess he's not bouncing back, but I guess compared to the season he had before,
at 8, he's an incredible pick at 8.
Yeah, I like him as long as Dak's healthy for the season. Now this is okay. So CD Lamb goes at 8 to Zach. Then Puka we'll have to see. You have to monitor Stafford with that. Ziggy, if you were does Puka fall down your board a little bit with all this Stafford news coming out?
I'm less worried about Stafford's injury history than Puka's injury history. I feel like that's been completely ignored. He has gotten injured quite a bit over his time in the NFL. I'd be nervous picking him that early when you've still got running backs and wide receivers available.
So after Puka at 9 went Achan at 10 and Malik Neighbors at 11, bringing the clock to me here now and with the 12th pick on the turn.
Back to back.
This is actually like my hell scenario. This really was. Because the last thing in the world I wanted to see, my top 4 dudes here are Ashton Genty, Christian McCaffrey, Nico Collins, and Brian Thomas. I love Nico. And I love Brian Thomas. I think they're both going to be awesome. But I feel any time that you play that game of 0 RB strategy, you're getting cooked. Like we've done this before.
Yeah, you have to back up as your RB2.
Yeah, we're in the middle of September. All of a sudden, you look at your team like, oh my god,
you're running back as 1.2 points.
Like you're playing Jalen Warren when Najee Harris is still the number 1 running back in Pittsburgh. And it's just a disaster.
Not for me. That's how I won the league last year.
Well, I mean, you're a waiver wire merchant. Zach like tanks week 1, and I think you actually do it. Zach tanks week 1, and then you picked up George Kittle
might be
one
the
year.
Reason for success.
I think you picked up Kyron or Puka. You got Kyron maybe one year.
Kyron Williams.
That could be the way to do it, maybe.
But Zach will actually just try and lose for like 3 weeks, and next thing you know, his team it works. But anyway, I'm really really hesitant on Genty and McCaffrey. I've played in the McCaffrey business before. Like that's a miserable world to be. It really is because it's every week you're hanging on by a thread whether or not he's going to tear an Achilles. And
so I have a question for you, Paul.
Yeah,
Christian McCaffrey has averaged over the last 4 seasons 8.5 games a season. Do you think he's going to hit the over or the under on that?
last year with the dual Achilles problems was like that was it for me. I'd go under. I think he's gonna. I mean, I know he's in the best shape of his life, but that's the case every single year with these dudes. Like, I don't know. I just can't be in the McCaffrey business, even though he can easily. There's a world where I don't take him here, and he winds up as RB1. Like that's totally in play.
Well,
This is tough because if you have an overrated rookie and you have a injured,
this is literally
veteran.
Paul's like dream every year.
Well, I know every year. Every year I fall into this.
He was a rookie.
Well, yeah. But I also took.
Oh, didn't you take
Edwards-Helaire.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire when he was a rookie?
Me and Ziggy went in on Helaire.
Genty's Hilaire part 2.
So okay, in this situation, man, I hate doing this. I'm gonna mess around. I'm gonna double up on the running backs, and I'm gonna take Genty and McCaffrey. Even though I want nothing to do with either of them, I'm gonna see where this leads me.
I think that's only a mock draft.
Well, we'll see because I love Nico Collins and I love Brian Thomas Jr. I'm just gonna see how this goes with my receivers. So after
And then Collins and Thomas go back to back.
after my Genty McCaffrey disaster, Nico Collins goes. Brian Thomas Jr., the two guys, and AJ Brown. Bring us to Sinking Mass.
Brown
Zach again at, I guess not 8, but wherever we are.
Perfect. So not taking Drake London this year. He had a great year last year. I think he was a top 5 fantasy wide receiver last year.
Yeah, he was 5.
Yeah, that's not going to happen with who knows at the helm this year. So with that said, we are going to take Ziggy's man because I don't believe in anybody else. After that, Tyreek Hill, negative. So give him to me.
Brock Bowers.
Oh.
All right. So you're willing to go that early on a tight end here?
On Bowers, yeah.
You think he's the new like Travis Kelce?
He is the new. He's not even like a tight end.
Points per game wise, Kittle had more than him last season.
Okay.
George Kittle also has an injury history longer than
Brock Bowers.
Longer than Christian McCaffrey.
yeah. No, it's incredibly big.
After Bowers goes Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, and then Josh Allen, which is, that's really early
That's
for quarterback.
second round.
Bringing us to Jack.
So I'm debating here. I do like Bucky Irvin. I like Kyron Williams too. But then you have your quarterbacks here with Lamar. I've never had a quarterback who can score me like 40 points. Like I've never jumped for a quarterback super early. I don't know if I have it in me to do so.
You got to think at this point, if you don't take Lamar, though, given the way this draft board's falling, that someone
will be gone. But then you also have Daniels, there's Hurts, there's Burrow, there's so many quarterbacks. I don't have a receiver yet. I'm down near Drake London or Bucky. Kyron too. Kyron's good as well. I'm gonna go Bucky.
Bucky Irving. Yeah, he had an unbelievable year.
I like the Bucs offense.
1,100 yards, 400 receiving. If a couple more touchdowns for Bucky, and he was awesome.
He's who else does Tampa have? It's just Bucky, right? Really?
In the backfield?
Yeah.
I can't see. They have is Rashad White still there, right? Yeah, Rashad White.
Yeah, but no, Bucky Irving.
Bucky Irving's the guy. And what I like about that is it's always comforting to be a part of an offense that scores a lot of points.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I think he's on this so high in this list because Bucs will score 30-something points.
So after Bucky went Drake London and then Trey McBride. So Jack, me and you go 2 RBs. We go 0 wide receivers early.
How we've always gone.
Go ahead, Ziggy. Go ahead.
I think this is an absolute dream scenario for me drafting with the 1-1.
This is nice.
A lot of people I think would consider going Ladd McConkey here. I worry about Ladd McConkey's injury history. He's gotten injured almost every year he's played football since college. I'm staying away from that. With my first pick here, I really feel like I'm getting a steal. As you talk about poaching players that are going to give you more points than their opponents every single week where they're playing, it's an easy Lamar Jackson pick here for me, I think.
Wow, you go round 2, Lamar.
So it's when people talk about overpays, it's never an overpay if the guy won't be there when you're drafting again. Lamar Jackson will not be there when I'm drafting again. But I think in terms of fantasy quarterbacks, there's really only 2 that I think have the next level passing and rushing production to more or less guarantee you a win at that position every week. It's Allen and Jackson.
Yeah.
Even Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had a dream situation last year, Allen and Jackson crushed him in fantasy points.
Mhm.
So
Well,
I'm locking in Lamar.
Wait, I'm looking here. It looked like Allen and Burrow were separated by 4 points.
Yeah, Josh Allen also missed a game.
Oh, okay.
If you
Also,
He
Lamar
crushed
beat
him,
Joe
I mean.
Burrow by what, 60?
Yeah, I mean, but like as far as points
50?
per game, it was Allen 22.7, Burrow 22.5.
No, fair enough. Lamar
But
was
still,
next
yes.
level even on those guys.
Yeah, that's who you got.
also like having Jahmyr Gibbs, if you don't love anybody in this whole slew of running back 2 range or a receiver here, I think Lamar's a good
Win a
pick.
position.
But
Yeah,
there
win
is a running back I love
win a
here.
position.
And
Oh, see,
he's
then I
available.
would have gone. I guess you and I are different in that sense, but I would have gone running back.
All right, let's hear it.
Imagine with this pick, right? You're picking in round 3. You can get a running back who, once he earned the starting job in week 9, finished worse than overall RB10 1 week. Just one. Other than that, he was consistently a top producer. He's in arguably the best offense in the entire NFL.
Yeah, this is a good pick.
Chase Brown is right here. Are you kidding me? I'm
People-
locking
yeah.
that all day.
I've
To
already
have
got
my
back-to-back
running
picks.
backs be Jahmyr Gibbs and Chase Brown, quarterback Lamar. I think this could not be going any better.
Chase Brown is going to be someone that a lot of people drafting are going to go like, who the hell is that? And why is he up there so high? But you're right, Ziggy, for being a part of that Bengals offense and dominating that backfield. He was great last. What he finished as RB12 last season.
Yeah, despite only starting half the season.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, weeks 9 through 17, he averaged 23.7 touches, 116.3 total yards, and the RB4 in fantasy points per game. I mean, that's
Yeah.
like
So I get Jahmyr Gibbs and Chase Brown.
Yeah. So
okay.
so your team so far, I always kind of think about it. Like if I look at that team, I'm like, okay, there are guys that scare me. Like you have Gibbs, Lamar, yes. And then the nice thing about Brown is while people are very comfortable that he should be a solid RB1, there's still a bit, like you're still a little bit of an unknown with them. Now you get that high upside. You have like top 5 RB upside in addition to arguably the best running back in fantasy
Yeah, having
football.
Brown as your RB2.
Yeah. So that's nice.
Like similar to a guy like Bucky Irving, being in a good offense that will score a lot of points.
So
You can't
let's see
complain about
now, after the Chase Brown selection, Kyron Williams and Jackson Smith and Jigba. I really like Jackson Smith
I
and
like
Jigba this
JSN
year.
too.
I think with Sam Darnold, he was already, I believe last year he was number 10, right? Yeah, he was the number 10 receiver last year. With Darnold coming in, I think he's really taking over firmly that number 1 spot. I think JSN could have a huge year.
I just think there are so many
Receivers.
receivers and guys who can produce in later rounds. And I love this dude. So I'm going to go back. And
I was wondering if you're doing that.
and take James Cook.
All right. So wait. Can you walk me through? Are you a little nervous at all about the receivers you could have?
No, because
After
playing again, I'm ringless.
Yes, but as a champion.
But I've never gone running back. I always I usually go a couple of receivers early.
You're playing the board.
So I'm now going players who I think are the best available with this draft. I've noticed there are so many receivers. Like it varies week by week. There could be a random receiver who pops off for 11, 12, 14 points. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Like the receiver position is so deep when it comes to fantasy, but to have a good depth.
Those and once you move on from those top dogs, especially.
Yeah, but to have a good depth of running backs is super, super important. And I got
if you
three
think about
bell
it,
cows
really,
right here.
In terms of running backs that are going to get enough touches to be a consistent RB1, there's only somewhere between like 15 to 20 of those guys in the NFL. And already 13 of them are gone.
Yeah.
I mean, James Cook over 1,000 yards last year on the ground.
And a lot of people's drafts, I think, as well. What gets so tricky about running back is if you decide to go like receiver, people start panicking on the running back position. And if so,
Yeah.
like let's say in our draft here, look at like team 9 and team 11, they both pick 2 receivers. If you're coming back now and you're starting to go, okay, I'm not sure who our RB2 is going to be. So after James Cook goes Tyreek Hill, Ladd McConkey, the 2 guys kind of moving in opposite directions, I'd say, in most people's eyes. Then George Kittle. Zach, who are you pairing now with CeeDee Lamb and Brock Bowers, a running backless slinking mass?
Oh, we're
Let's
going to
see.
stay running back list. I'll tell
Wow.
you that right now.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Look
we're
at this guy.
staying
That's
right
why he's ringless.
Yeah. Now, I'm having my debate. I think Marvin Harris is going to have a really good year this year. I think he's going to have a really good year this
Put
year.
on a lot of weight, muscle,
Yes.
allegedly.
Looks good. Real good.
But I also have a fan favorite who's just a touchdown machine whenever he touches the ball.
Yeah, this is your guy. Damn it, I kind of want.
And there he is.
Yeah,
Mike Evans all day.
That's Zach to a T.
Touchdown machine.
Oh no! Oh, damn it! I was so pumped.
So I love the Mike Evans pick. He's another one of those players where you think surely this won't be the year where he puts up another 1,000 yards and a handful of touchdowns. He's done it now more than anyone in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, Mike Evans is a reliable pick. Yeah, you wonder at some point, like he has to drop off at some point, but he's another one of those dudes who just doesn't. And he's your guy.
And Baker now playing awesome too.
So
greatness.
After Mike Evans, this is horrible. Goes T. Higgins, then Jaden Daniels, then Omari and Hampton is who I had my eyes on.
That's who you want.
I wanted Hampton, and he goes one pick before me. I also want to clarify. I know that I went on the whole spiel how I can't touch McCaffrey, and then took McCaffrey. There's two things about that. One, that's just what I always do. I always find my way into these horrendous situations.
It's McCaffrey.
Yeah, here's what the philosophy I had was: I don't particularly trust Genty or McCaffrey. I think both of them can be great, so I'm taking both with. You don't win anything for second and third, fourth, fifth place.
Yeah, that could be the best running back room in the league.
Yeah, so, and at the same time, I could also have Genty flop and McCaffrey out week 2.
But if it pays off, that is a great pair of running backs.
And frankly, if you're like 112 and 2-1 bust, you weren't competing anyway. So whatever.
Yeah. So this brings me now. This is where it starts to get a little tricky in these drafts. What I'm going to do, because I need a receiver, and it makes me uncomfortable, but I am going to take Marvin Harrison Jr. here.
I would never be uncomfortable with that pick.
I
think he's going to fire this year. I think he's going to be on fire.
The problem is his play style just doesn't fit very well with what Kyler Murray wants to do.
Yeah, this is exactly how I really wouldn't want my team to look, where it's a super boom or bust team, I'd say right now. But at the same time, it could be good. So right now with McLaurin, what are we thinking, guys? Do you think he'll play?
He is going to play for the Washington Commanders this year.
He ended as the wide receiver 6 last season.
I had him last year too.
Oh, he was great.
I'd be surprised if he's not a Commander.
I mean, you just took a guy who had 2 wide receiver 1 finishes across an entire season. So maybe you do need someone who's a little bit more productive. He had more finishes past wide receiver 60 than finishes in the top 20.
Wait,
Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
I think he's primed for a good season this year, though.
Yeah. I'm also.
Was Kyler hurt last year? Or was it the year before?
Kyler played last year.
He played all of last year, right?
So here's what I'm looking at on the board, guys. If you're listening on audio, I'm not playing the quarterback game, even though Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow are there.
Too late.
And I'm willing to wait now. There's none of the tight ends, not Laporta, Hawkinson, Kelsey. It's not time for them. So what we're looking at receivers: Garrett Wilson, Terry McLaurin sitting there. Devontae Adams is there, Rashee Rice, but the 6-game suspension. Running back wise, we have Breece Hall, Alvin Kamara, Kenneth Walker, Chuba Hubbard, James Conner. So my thought process right now is I don't want to play with Garrett Wilson because of the Justin Fields. I know a lot of people like him. McLaurin probably is a good pick, but I'm going to, given the running back situation that I have, I want to have one more piece of depth to that room just in case if McCaffrey or Genty disappoints. This is horrible. I like Kenneth Walker a lot, but he's just never healthy. That's the issue. Hold on, I'm gonna do one quick.
I think I know who's coming off the board here.
Oh, can I really invest in that Saints offense?
Kamara's eyeing you in the face.
I know. Can I really invest in that Saints? You know what I'm gonna do here? I am going to.
I think I had him.
Kamara's like, pick me, Paul.
I see. I'm going to take Alvin Kamara. Oh, I hate it. I'm going to take Alvin Kamara there. Now I have Kamara, McCaffrey, and Genty. Again, could be a great room.
How is Kamara not going to be good? He'll just get the ball so many times.
Yeah, what you're betting on is the fact that he's the clear number 1 target, number 1 touch guy in that Saints offense. Now, look, he's old, but he's consistently produced up until this point.
Even when the Saints are getting blown out, he'll catch screens and like he's in the receiving game too.
So I Kenneth Walker. I had him. He's great, but he's just never on the field. Chuba Hubbard, Ziggy, you're a Chuba Hubbard guy in our other fantasy league. Great end to the year. I just need to see more. And then James Conner is this is Zach. This is 100% producer Zach.
Hold on.
Oh, it's Conner.
Did you pick yet?
He loves James Conner. And James Conner is also always good.
He is.
So after Kamara went Brees.
He is so ugly that he's good. That is his known thing in fantasy. Is nobody ever wants to pick him because he just sounds ugly, but he's always good.
He had over 1,000 yards last year, James Conner.
You know what's great about this? This is like the perfect draft because this is exactly what all of us like how it will really play out when we're actually drafting in a couple weeks.
Was Conner hurt a bit last year?
No,
Conner had a good year.
It's a good pick. Over 1,000 yards.
The single best predictor for fantasy performance, just year over year, if you had to look at only one stat, what predicts it best? Do you know what it is?
What? Touchdowns?
Fantasy points per game the previous year.
Oh.
That's it. That is the single best predictor. This sounds crazy, but people always ignore it. If you want to pick the best players, excluding, injuries or whatever, pick the guy who scored the most points last year.
Yeah.
That usually works.
Oh, I will say this before Zach picks, I'm assuming James Conner. So it went Kamara, Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, which I think Rashee's probably going to drop into round like 6 or 7, honestly. So that's like a misfire.
Zach has taken Conner.
Then Zach takes Conner. Joe Mixon right now, I like if he's dealing with that toe injury, he's just gotten an ankle brace, I think now. He's someone that if he's healthy, I think is a great.
Yeah, I might just draft like 16 running backs.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker follows Conner. Then Jalen Hurts. We have our 4th quarterback off the board now, and then Terry McLaurin. So Jack, who are you? Yeah, are you going to keep going with Barkley, Irving, and James Cook?
I did want McLaurin there as my receiver 1, but since he was taken, I think I'm going to nab my quarterback and take Joey Cool here.
Joe Burrow.
MVP season last year. Expecting more of the same.
Yo, massive.
I mean, he'll probably win most weeks at QB. Me and Ziggy will have our battles, Burrow versus Lamar.
So after Burrow goes, so you're not at all.
I'm not a receiver. I don't like receivers.
Yeah. So
I really do not like.
Jack
receivers.
goes Burrow, then Chuba Hubbard, Devontae Adams, Ziggy. You're up. Did anyone you have your eye on get taken just now?
One thing real quick is, do you know how many like games that I've been a part of, and this is why I'm like 20 games under in our league for its history, where like my first round receiver, it'll be a week 9 type of game, and my first round receiver has 4.2 points, and some waiver guy Zach picks up has 16.3, and I get killed. Receivers legitimately mean nothing. Like they don't mean anything.
Well, they mean something if you've got like Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson who will get theirs every single week.
Yes, but here's what Jack's
if you have
talking
Chase
about.
And Jefferson, fine.
Wait, here's
everybody
what
else
Jack's
outside of them.
He's talking about like Malik Neighbors.
No.
35% target share.
Well, Malik is very good. No. Here's what Jack's talking about. Jack's talking about Jalen Waddle. That's what Jack's talking about. Because Jack will go running back round 1 no matter what. Like that's going to happen. So his first pick at receiver is always in that group of like, it'll be like this year, it'll be like Drake London or someone.
It always stinks. And
it's someone who's supposed to have a great year, and they always wind up falling off. I think one year you took like Pickens early, and like it was just a disaster.
That fits.
So now I'm just going, who's the best available?
But before we get to my pick, is there anything you want to talk about, Paul? Anyone you want to shout out?
Yes, yeah. Well, Ziggy runs the show better than any host ever could dream about. All right, so we're at the end of round 4 here. We got to pick up the energy if we're gonna finish this draft. So we'd like to put you on to a drink that'll help you stay focused as we approach the football season. Our official sponsor, Rogue Energy. As we're all enjoying the relaxation of summer, we know the fall gets busy and you need a little kick to get you through the day. Rogue's clean, zero sugar energy formula gets the job done. No crash, no jitters, just sharp focus and steady energy that actually feels good. And if caffeine's not your thing, they've got Rogue Hydration, a caffeine-free electrolyte line that's perfect for staying sharp and hydrated all day long. The best part, if you're new to Rogue, you can grab a starter kit. You'll get a Rogue shaker cup plus 5 custom sample sticks of your choice, so you can find your go-to flavor without committing to a full tub. And we've got an unbelievable deal for you guys. I'm telling you, great deal. 30% off site-wide when you use code Paul, Paul, at checkout. That's rogueenergy.com, code Paul, for 30% off. Support our show. Tell our partners that we sent you. Fuel your focus. Stay in the game. Let's get back to the draft. With Ziggy on the clock. Jahmyr Gibbs.
The nose flute's coming in.
What?
Roland Kirk's nose flute. It's what he's known for. It's so good. Okay, so you asked if there were any players I was looking at. I'm actually really sad to see Chuba Hubbard here go.
Your guy.
Once Chuba Hubbard is drafted in this draft, there are officially no more running backs left who you can count on getting their touches. Besides Joe Mixon, but he's hurt. Let's just to list off the guys by ADP after that: David Montgomery, RJ Harvey, Travion Henderson, and Pacheco Aaron Jones. Chuba Hubbard is the last guy in your fantasy drafts probably you can count on getting production. So if I could take Hubbard here, I'd have a corner on the wide receiver or on the running back market. Unfortunately, that's just not how it played out. I could go tight end here, but I don't really like Laporta or Hawkinson all that much. I've already taken my quarterback. I'm going to stick to my formula of picking guys who were really good last year. I think this is a great spot for Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting you to take.
That is wide receiver 13 last year. He's in an offense that I think should be a little bit better this year. And anytime you've got a number one target paired with an ascending quarterback, I think that's just an easy guy to pick up to count on to put on points.
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy that Bo Nix is going to try to find.
And they rewarded him with a huge contract, too. The Broncos very much like him. And especially second half of the season, once they started figuring things out, he put up a lot of strong performances.
I think Cortland Sutton in a lot of people's minds, too, because he was, he burst onto the scene and then he kind of fell off. So a lot of people probably have that memory of him being drafted really high and disappointing. You got in on him, right, Jack, at the right time when he bounced back.
Yeah, I had him when he was good. Yes.
Yeah, he had a bounce back.
I don't usually have that, so that was rare.
Before Ziggy takes his second pick, I do just want to say, Ziggy has tried to swindle me on Chuba Hubbard in a dynasty league. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I was talking to one of our friends about our friend wanted Emeka Ibuka from our rookie draft, and my friend offers James Cook for Emeka Ibuka and a first round pick. And Ziggy basically says to me, he's like, Ibuka might even be worth more than Cook. I was like, interesting, okay. And then Ziggy's like, how about what if I'd like to get in on this though? How about Emeka and a first rounder for Chuba Hubbard? And I was like, Ziggy,
second. I was thinking you second round pick.
I was like, Ziggy, I think that James Cook's better than Chuba Hubbard.
That's why I'm giving you a second round pick.
Ziggy,
look, Chuba Hubbard. I'll be sincere here. He just got a giant extension. He's a bell cow back in an offense people are expecting to be better. I don't understand why this guy's not considered a more valuable player in fantasy.
Well, because he's on the Panthers.
Yeah, that's honestly partial.
Even when the Panthers were in bottom of the dumps last year, he played pretty well.
Ziggy's a shark. They're like everyone knows that. Yeah, everyone knows the guys in the league that are like
you're a con artist.
That you could kind of like have your way with, and I'll get an update like, oh, trade in the league. It's like, oh, Ziggy traded with same couple dudes for Jamar Chase.
It's like you're a little con artist, aren't you?
All right, Ziggy.
I could run the Steelers, but speaking of the Steelers, I mean, this second pick is tough. I don't like the tight ends, the running backs, or the quarterbacks, so I think I go back to wide receiver. I'm making a pick here that I think is a little bit risky. I'm counting on, even though I'm not sure this will happen, if Aaron Rodgers really does have his comeback season.
No.
Someone in that Steelers offense is going to get fed. And if you look at the other wide receivers,
I need a receiver one.
DJ Moore's got target competition. Devontae Smith is the wide receiver two in a low passing offense. Xavier Worthy, I mean, he had a great start last year, but I think DK is a sleeper guy here who has a real chance to outperform his draft capital. So I'm locking in DK Metcalf.
I think he'll pop off.
Oh, of course you do.
I think that's a great pick.
Yeah, you're a big fan.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, you can get a guy like DK. There'll be a lot of weeks where he outperforms the receivers taken early.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No,
I mean, what you're doing there, you're placing a bet that DK Metcalf will become a target hog in Pittsburgh. And realistically, who else is getting that ball there?
Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu, yeah. That's it, basically.
Yeah, and Jonnu Smith is good for your low level, we need a guy to dump the ball to in your Arthur Smith offense. If Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf form a real connection, DK Metcalf could absolutely be a wide receiver one next
Also,
year.
Watch out for the Aaron Rodgers read option. That might take some.
By the way,
some targets away from DK.
For people who aren't confident in the Steelers' offense, just go back and look last year. Garrett Wilson was the wide receiver 11 at the end of the season, and Devontae Adams was 14. And Devontae ended the season, of course, with the Jets. Like these guys, they put up fantasy numbers on the year. So like, I know that a lot of people are down on Rodgers, and a lot of people are probably down on DK too. But these are guys that should be able to put up decent numbers together. After Metcalf goes DJ Moore, so another receiver off the board for Jack, and then Joe Mixon. Would you have taken Mixon?
No.
Okay.
Not with 3 backs.
So 3 backs: Barkley, Irving, James Cook, Joe Burrow at quarterback. And what are you gonna do?
Well, I think I'm gonna take a guy that I got to go receiver now at this point. I mean, I was looking at maybe a tight end. I don't
just take no receivers.
Well, but again, like I don't really love tight end to me is an position. I already have my quarterback with Joey Cool, 3 running backs. Receiver has to be the move.
How about Waddle?
I'm never touching Waddle again in my life. And I'm going to take a guy who I've loved since he was drafted. My boy Zay.
Really? Wow, that is surprising.
The Ravens' #1 receiver.
Zay came in at wide receiver 24 last year.
Over 1,000 yards.
Yep, 1,000 yards, 1,059 yards.
I've got numbers than Mike Evans.
What?
Yeah. More yards than Mike Evans.
Oh, I thought you said better numbers than Mike Evans. I was like, fantasy wise, no. But I thought you were going to take Devontae Smith.
Well,
no,
he's not even wide receiver 24 last year. Jack's taking him at wide receiver 24. Mm-hmm. It's right on target.
Yeah. Nice job, Jack. After Zay goes Laporta, David Montgomery, and then RJ Harvey, who a lot of people are starting to get onto that hype train in Denver. I think it's suggested he's going to be splitting with J.K. Dobbins, but it seems like Harvey, more and more people are getting on board with him taking over that backfield.
Listen, I think Team 7, I know it's an AI draft, but that team looks putrid.
Amon-Ra, Josh Jacobs, George Kittle, Kenneth Walker, and RJ Harvey.
Yeah, team sucks, yeah.
Probably, but again, this is like if Walker stays healthy and Harvey takes over, then I love David Montgomery. Like every single year, people pass on him. And for the teams that go wide receiver heavy, I think David Montgomery is just always a really nice, reliable running back if you need a
I guess same with same Mixon. If you go receiver heavy, Mixon will be there too.
Yeah, as long as but the injury's the concern.
Oh, yeah, if
so
healthy.
Zach, you've got a nicely balanced team here, Zach. You got James Conner, Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb, and Brock Bowers. What are you thinking?
That screams Zach. Oh,
a lot
of
red, right?
Yeah, this team screams Zach.
That screams Zach.
It does. A lot of red going on right now, and I think I'm going to continue the red. And you want to know who I'm going to go with?
Yeah, I know.
Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh,
give
nice.
me the Pacheco.
I like Pacheco a lot.
An angry run. He was hurt all of last season, basically, or most of last season. So I think he's going to come in a little more healthier this year, and he's going to run his little tail off, especially with.
What is that? I don't know.
I'm worried because the Chiefs are getting guys back from injury, wide receivers. I think that offense is going to be passing the ball more this year than last year. I think his opportunity is shrinking.
Yeah, but what's his name? Suspended for 6 games?
I think Mahomes is washed.
Rashee Rice is.
Yeah, isn't Rashee Rice suspended for the first 6 games?
Yeah, but when do you want production? When you want production is in the playoffs. You want to do fantasy
like
the
Kansas City
Chiefs.
The playoffs?
You barely edge out wins
Ziggy?
during the regular season.
What do most teams do in the playoffs? They run the ball.
Mahomes on the decline of his career. So I believe now it's like he should start handing the ball off a little more. Like he's past his. It's Aaron Rodgers' time now.
So after Isaiah Pacheco, we had some more red, more Chiefs. We had Patrick Mahomes go off the board, Xavier Worthy, and TJ Hawkinson.
Patrick Mahomes is a terrible, terrible pick. You should not be taking him at ADP in your fantasy leagues.
You don't like Mahomes at all?
No, not at all. It's fantasy points wise. Patrick, when he started off, he was a monster. He was QB 11 last year. And it's not like he had an especially bad season. For the amount of production you're getting out of him, there are so many guys that are pretty close. I am staying away from Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that he hasn't put up the numbers that we're used to.
He seems like a nice guy, though.
Okay, so this is where it starts to get a little tricky in the draft now. I have Gentry, McCaffrey, Kamara, and then Marvin Harrison. where do you guys think like Kelsey and Mark Andrews? Like, do you guys like either of those dudes to reclaim some of their former fantasy glory?
Andrews better than Kelsey, I think, or a better chance than Kelsey.
So, what I'm thinking about here, I think I'd like to go with one more running back and then a receiver. I'm not ready to get into the tight end and quarterback game.
Wait, you want 4 running backs?
Yeah,
He needs a flex.
yeah. I'm going to take the extra running back. So
I love running backs in fantasy.
yeah, I could do this all day. Again, you know what I'm going to do with this 4 running back team that I'm going to have? There's going to be someone here like
Can you make trades?
Yeah, there's going to be someone like team 9. Oh yeah, I'm going to swindle someone. I'm going to take
Team 9 is the most auto-drafted team of all time. I'll admit. 4 wide receivers and the Patrick Mahomes.
Puka, Brown, Higgins, Raji Rice, and Mahomes. That's funny.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm looking on these. Unless I'm missing some. Oh no. Okay, here he is. Travion Henderson is a very intriguing player to me, but I don't like that he's splitting with Ramondre. Aaron Jones is always good. You like Caleb Johnson?
I love Caleb Johnson. He'll be our starter.
So, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I actually was going to take DeAndre Swift, the heart and soul of the Bears offense, as Ziggy said.
I call him the engine.
The engine.
He's
Sorry.
neither a heart nor a soul. He's just a piece of machinery.
I actually think this guy's going to have a good year. I'm going to take Tony Pollard as the
he's still in the league.
The number 1 in Tennessee. I like Tony Pollard. Ziggy, you're a Tony Pollard.
It's actually a pretty good pick.
I mean, do I love Tony Pollard? No. If you're looking for a guy who's going to get a workload that's being slept on, truly after Tony Pollard, there's nobody who you can count on to get a workload. What Tony Pollard will do with it is less certain than a guy like Chuba Hubbard or Joe Mixon, but he will be the running back 1. My worry is the Titans are so bad. I think they're going to be passing a lot. But he's a guy. Yeah, no, I like Pollard. I'm looking for, again, I'm worried with Genty, McCaffrey, Kamara. There's a lot of concerns there, even though high ceilings. So let me get my depth here. And now I love, there's a ton of receivers here that I think are good. Devontae Smith's on the board, Jamison Williams, Ted McMillan. Ted McMillan is one that gets my attention.
There's just so many receivers.
Yeah, I think Calvin Ridley's going to be good with Tennessee.
Chris Godwin's still there, George Pickens.
I'm going to take... Ted McMillan could be fun. I'm going to take Jamison Williams because I think he's going to build on the breakout season he had with the Lions. It's been pretty impressive so far in preseason. But before I take him, I do want to ask you guys, Jerry Jeudy, does he get your attention at all? He finished quite high last season.
He's still a Brown.
Yes. What was he though? He was wide receiver 15 last year. And he really came on once Jameis Winston took over. Was there?
Who's not there anymore? Jameis Winston.
Well, now he has like Flacco and
he got Flacco.
Shador.
Yeah, until Flacco gets benched, like I think he could be decent.
I wouldn't think I'd touch him.
Yeah, not touching him. Okay,
because then Shador comes in weeks.
After Jamison Williams goes Devontae Smith, Travion Henderson, and Ted McMillan.
I like Ted McMillan.
Yeah, would you
he'll get abused. He'll go so many targets.
All right, boys and girls, this is going to be the pick. Now, this team hasn't had a real quarterback until recently, where they drafted him this year. My friend Cam Ward is now a Titan.
Oh, you're taking the CR?
I like this
the CR would make it to me.
I almost took him just now.
And I've been seeing him run routes. He looks incredible again this year. He's got a real quarterback. Give me Calvin Ridley.
I like that pick a lot.
That's a good one.
I like that. He's in the preseason game. If you didn't catch it, he was just great on the big drive the Titans had. I would have taken him had I not just taken Tony Pollard. But since Tony Pollard will be on my bench, maybe I actually should have taken Calvin Ridley.
And again, too, like kind of like Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton, a younger receiver who's going to look for younger quarterback. He'll look for his best receiver.
Next up goes George Pickens, then Quinshon Judkins, and Aaron Jones, bringing us back to Jack.
You know who's staring me in the face right now?
Pickens.
Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle. So I currently have Saquon, Bucky, James Cook, Joe Burrow, and Zay. This has to be a spot for another wide receiver, you figure.
There's still so many guys, but
there's
you just go down.
So many. I know there's so many receivers. What do you think? Like, does Travis Kelce, does he get back? I don't know. I have my QB.
So you're looking at Barkley, Irvin, Cook, Burrow, and Zay Flowers. I mean, I'd go with wide receiver or tight end.
Probably wide receiver too, right?
Unless you have a beat on a tight end.
It's who I like the best here. I mean, Chris Olave,
Travis Hunter.
Saints could just be horrendous. I don't like rookies.
That's what's funny about the drop-off from year to year is Olave, Waddle's here, Deebo Samuel's here. Like a lot of guys that went very early last season.
Olave's he's the number one on the Saints, right?
Just
I guess outside of Kamara.
Yeah.
But they're just a train wreck. He puts up some numbers, though, sometimes.
Who do you have a feeling?
I like Jordan Addison.
Suspended 3
He's hurt for the first 3 games. He's good, though. Like, he's probably the best one here. I'm probably going to go Jordan Addison.
Okay, so Jordan Addison, Zay Flowers from the same draft class. Jalen Waddle goes next. So if Jack winds up regretting that, it was the pick right after him, Jalen Waddle. Then DeAndre Swift. Oh, Ziggy could have had the Swift.
Oh, Ziggy, he was going to take him too.
So you guys
going to take him.
Gibbs, Brown, Lamar, Sutton, and Metcalf. Again, pretty complete team right now.
Zach at the Pacheco.
What's next?
So at some point, I think this is often a dangerous round to take players like tight ends, but this player really feels like a value who's slipped this far. He talked about how he's been distracted by show business, by entertainment. He hasn't been dialed in like he usually is, and that's all going to change this year. Considering the talent, the offense he's in, the fact that he's the number one guy, it's hard to pass up Travis Kelce, right?
Yeah, I like that. I was kind of hoping he might come back.
I mean, am I super sold on the Travis Kelce experience? I would not say so. But when he's right there.
Yeah, well, in
he's
round
right
2, 3, 4. Round, what are we on now? 8?
Round 6,
round 6.
Round 6. Ziggy, real quick, if you don't mind me interrupting you.
Go ahead.
Before you select. This episode of the Paul Farrington Show is sponsored by our friends at Two Brothers Brewing Company, located in the western suburbs of Chicago in Warrensville, Illinois. Two Brothers Brewing Company has been crafting award-winning beer since 1996. Their lineup includes 8 year-round beers like their flagship Domaine DuPage, a smooth, flavorful French country ale, and Prairie Path, a crisp and refreshing golden ale that's packed with flavor and crafted to remove gluten. Unfortunately, it's on the other side of us, so Jack can't be the
Let's crack it open. Let's crack it open.
And for the hop fans, check out the crisp and citrusy 30 West, a refreshing new year-round West Coast style IPA. With fall just around the corner, this is the one that I like the most. Actually, maybe second most of Prairie Path. The Atom Smasher, their fan favorite Oktoberfest lager, a rich, malty, oak-aged Marzen-style lager that's perfect for tailgates and game day watch parties. You can visit their tap house and brewery in Warrensville, or stop by the historic Two Brothers Roundhouse in Aurora, a legendary building that was once owned by the great Walter Payton. This season, the Roundhouse is hosting charity events during every Chicago football game. Bring your game day crew, enjoy great food and cold beer, and give back while cheering on the team. Two Brothers Brewing. Follow your passion. Drink ours. Must be 21 or older. Please drink responsibly.
Wisconsinably.
Yeah, crack a little beer. Well, they don't like Wisconsin. They don't like Wisconsin. Crack a beer and get back to your fantasy football mock draft with Ziggy kicking off round 7.
So this is when I really like how I've drafted up until this point, because I've got sort of all my starter spots filled. So at this point, I can just take whoever I think is best, and I think it's a great time to take an upside play. I'm going for a guy who a lot of people thought would have a better year last year, but is entering year 2 as I think the number 1 target in an offense that a lot of people are expecting to get better. He's young. He's connected to a quarterback. And again, like there's guys like Jerry Jeudy who you can know will get some number of targets, but don't have a bunch of upside. Travis Hunter, who knows what's happening there? Olave's always hurt. I think this is a great spot to take. I think this is the second Bears player to go in this draft. I love Rome Odunze right here.
Okay, so you're an Odunze guy?
The thing about Odunze is I think he has a chance to be the wide receiver 1 in a pass-heavy offense. The Bears will need to pass the ball a lot this year. Their run game just isn't going to be there.
What about DJ Moore?
I think DJ Moore is on the way down.
Okay.
Like DJ Moore, he's a solid player, don't get me wrong, but you're getting a chance at a player who could be a wide receiver 1 in a top 10 passing offense. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, but because I feel like I've filled my needs with a lot of reliable players, this is a great spot to take a swing on a player like Odunze, because if it hits, it hits.
I like that, Ziggy. I'm happy for you.
Yes, I guess it's a good pick.
That moves us along now. Kyler Murray goes next, and then Travis Hunter.
There goes Travis.
Bringing us to Jack, who now all of a sudden finds himself with a nicely balanced team.
Yeah, so I'm gonna snag my tight end here and go with go with Mark Andrews. Kind of similar in my eyes to a guy like Travis Kelce. Former early pick. He's had his good years. Kind of hoping he can get back there. 11 touchdowns last season. 11 touchdowns last year. Again, round 7. So go Marky Mark.
I just started laughing at that's the realization of what I'm going to do at tight end, which is just going to be ridiculous.
What? Just hope you hope someone come back.
You'll see. Tyrone Tracy then goes, followed by Chris Olave and Baker Mayfield, bringing us to Zach, who now has Lamb and Ridley and Evans. That's a nice trio of receivers. James Conner, Isaiah Pacheco, Brock Bowers. So you look at this team, and I think most people will be like, "That's not really a sexy team," but you have a bunch of dudes who just score points.
Zach does this stuff.
Yeah, this
on paper, it looks like, oh, this team sucks, and he'll beat you.
Oh, and it's the opposite of me, who on paper you're like, wow, there's a lot of really big names here, but then they don't score.
Same.
So where are you going, Zach?
So my thought process right now is I could go Debo, right? We don't really know.
That's a classic Zach pick.
It is a classic Zach pick, but because we don't know what McLaurin's really going to do. We think he'll play, and we don't really know Debo's role. But why would I not take the 32-year-old phenom that has a Sam Darnold as his quarterback? And we saw what he did with Justin Jefferson. Why would we not draft the Cup?
The Cup. So Zach has to put check.
40 years old.
Zach has to put check in the Cup.
I get the desire for Cooper Kupp. That is a player who I really think has lost a step and a half.
I think you're going to see a new man
play this game again. What's the deal here with
who Paul's looking at right now?
You feel miserable. Like, I think you've managed this draft in a way to maximize your misery for the fantasy football season. You've got a bunch of injured running backs early. You've got players you hate to root for in Jamison Williams and Alvin Kamara. You've got boom or bust player Marvin Harrison.
Well, I think that's only
that team just sounds like Paul is going into every weekend crying.
Yeah, I'm just not going to be happy with this at all. Okay, so I'm looking at the quarterbacks here, and it's just, I can wait a little bit longer. There's no one jumping out to me anymore. This is just turning. What's the deal in Jacksonville? What's the deal right now down there?
What do you mean, what's the deal in Jackson?
No, ETN and Bigsby. Sorry, I should have been a little more clear. ETN and Bigsby, I'm not, no way in hell. This, I know I said it with McCaffrey. I was with ETN. Last year I was ETN, right? Disaster.
No, wasn't I ETN?
No, I think last year was me.
Oh, that's usually the year before was me.
Yeah, so we just keep trading this guy.
Yeah.
It's like he's creeping up the board. I'm like, he's listed as the number one, and he's supposed to be the number one, but I'm not touching it. Your guy Caleb Johnson here.
I like him a lot,
but I have 4 running backs, so I need a little bit of help here at receiver. Again, I'm going to have a disaster tight end situation. You know what I'm going to do, Ziggy? I'm going to follow your lead. Fantasy points per game last year. Do you know who was number 2? Chris Godwin.
Number 2 in fantasy points per game
for receivers was Chris Godwin before he got hurt last year. And I know he's injured at the moment, but I'm going to take Chris Godwin. And now what I'm going to do, this is where towards the middle rounds, you could kind of just F around and find out. I'm going to do something pretty crazy here. I love that Tampa Bay offense. And I think that the number 2 receiver is going to have a very good season. I'm going to take Emeka Ibuka now and pair him with Godwin. And I'm going to bank on one of them emerging.
So
really what you're banking on one of them getting hurt.
So whoever sucks will be on the bench. Whoever's good, you'll play.
Yep. I'm rolling with that. If Godwin winds up being hurt, I think Ibuka will be awesome. If Ibuka struggles a bit and Godwin comes back, I think Chris Godwin's an awesome
That'll trade off week by week. It'll be Ibuka.
Yeah, no, that'll be a disaster. But you know what? I really like both those guys, so I'm just going to take them both. Then we went Jacoby Myers, Debo.
There goes Caleb
Johnson. So one of Zach's guys, Debo, off the board. Let's see if we could pick who Zach's going to take, because Zach does have his own
He does. Zach has his guys here.
He always does have his guys, doesn't he?
I think Zach's going to take Najee Harris.
Nah, he's not.
You don't think so?
He's a Juwan Jennings guy.
No.
Oh.
Maybe if he didn't have 4 receivers.
No.
I was thinking Jaden Reed too.
Jaden Reed. No. If I'm going to take anybody.
Well, you are.
Oh, I know.
And this is
Diggs.
Paul. I have 8 wide receivers.
You have 4. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead. Watch it.
Oh, Chubb. Well, that's a Chubb. I don't know, Zach. Once Mixon comes back, that just sounds like a disaster.
It doesn't sound like a disaster. It sounds like literally the exact same thing they have in Detroit.
What do you think of that, Ziggy?
I think that Nick Chubb, the Browns let him go for a reason. And as much as I don't like placing a lot of confidence in the decisions of the Browns front office, they didn't want to let him go. That means they think he's lost 2 steps. I'm staying away from Chubb at all costs.
That's incredible. That's like saying they lost it in Baker, and look at Baker now. Like that makes 0 sense.
Zach, you like the Chubb?
Look at Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Judy's left. Great.
No, he's there.
Sorry, he's there. He's off.
All right, so we got Chubb, then we have Diggs, Khalil Shakir, and ETN's off the board. Bringing us to Jack.
Honestly, I'm happy Travis is off the board because I would have debated him here for like 3 minutes.
You're going to need...
saves me that headache.
You need some more receivers.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm going to...
you got the Packers here.
I mean, Jaden Reed was great for me last year. What's his health situation?
He should be fine. He's in a boot last we saw, but I think he should be okay. But what about Golden? Any interest in Golden?
I know. I was looking at him too. It's just tough. Is it going to be Golden to Reed?
Josh Downs had a solid year last year. Michael Pittman's sitting here. What's wrong with Pittman?
I already know he's on the board.
What do you mean?
The problem with Pittman is he played last year with a fractured back.
Yeah, and so Pittman and Ayuk are both 2 guys that kind of jump out because of the names.
Oh, now Pittman has Daniel Jones. I like Daniel Jones.
No, he has AR.
Jones will start.
Where's?
I think.
I think Jones will. Oh man, well AR's hurt. He's banged up now.
Yeah.
That's still up.
No. I'm gonna go. I have to. I mean, he's my guy, so I will go. Matthew Golden. He's my friend.
Yeah, good.
And I mean, taking a receiver in the first round, you're hoping he's your number 1. So
then David Njoku, Jalen Warren, and Ziggy, you're now on the clock.
So I'd like to take a wide receiver here because I think there's a guy who's slipped a little bit farther than he should have. Again, my confidence in my first 2 running backs lets me be a little bit lighter with it around here. I think this is an easy spot to draft Ricky Pearsall.
Mm-hmm.
You just had targets vacate in San Francisco. Ayuk has been down more than he's been up. Jawan Jennings really thrived in that wide receiver 2 role last year. But the thing is, Jawan Jennings is not an outstanding player. You've got a guy that the 49ers really wanted that they drafted way ahead of consensus. The only reason he didn't break out last year is because he got shot.
Yeah.
And yet, you know how resilient to injuries he is? He got shot and he was back playing football within a few weeks. So I want guys who are tough. I want guys who are wanted by the organization they're with.
So that means you're going Brian Robinson next too?
Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah, Brian Robinson.
And then you have Jordan Love, a little softy with his little pinky.
If Brian Robinson were still around, that would be a player I'd strongly consider.
Well, he survived it. He survived. The Ziggy met in the draft. He survived the shot. He's still with us. All right. So we had Ricky Pearsall. Who's next, Ziggy?
So, boy, there's a lot of players that you could look at here. A player I'm going to go with, Paul, you were talking about the Kenneth Walker and his injury history. What did you say about him?
I said he's never on the field.
He's always hurt.
Yeah.
So if he's always hurt, how about a guy who is always stepping in for him and performing at an incredibly effective level per game? This is a time to take running backs with upside. Charbonnet's right here.
Yeah, this
He's
is
coming back. I'm just locking that up right now.
This is a classic Jack selection that pisses me off because I'll have it'll be a situation like where I draft RJ Harvey and then Jack late in the draft will be like, oh, Dobbins is there. After not mentioning him for the entire offseason, he'll be like, oh, Dobbins played at Ohio State. He's good. And he'll pick Dobbins and then RJ Harvey will get hurt in week 3 and Jack will have a starting running back. And I'm like, maybe we could work out a deal. And he's like, why would I do that? He's dominating the Broncos backfield.
But then you know what happens with me is he'll also end up sucking.
No. He'll be good for a couple weeks, but then he'll be bad for both of us because Harvey will come back and they'll split.
Yes.
That's how it works.
Yes, that's how it works. Yes.
After Charbonnet, and I think we could pick it up here as we have a handful of rounds left. Jaden Reed, then Jared Goff, and now Jack.
I'm on the clock. I want to go back to so I got 3 receivers now. I took Matthew Golden with the last selection. Golden, Addison, Zay. I'm gonna go back to the running back room, and I'm gonna take my guy Najee Harris.
Najee's like can't see.
I'm hoping he can score a touchdown.
Najee can't see.
I'm worried about Najee's health long term.
Why-
He does
so-
not come back at the rate you'd want.
Why would you not take
Najee will score touchdowns.
Jordan Mason or Dobbins there?
I don't
Two
know-
guys like who should play.
I don't know who Jordan Mason is.
The Viking running back.
Oh, they have Aaron Jones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Jones is not going to take a full starter's workload this year.
Najee's a goal line running back.
Evan Ingram off the board, Tyler Warren, and Juwan Jennings. That would have been Zach's pick right there. Now Zach's on the board after his Cooper Cup, Zach's team 3 years ago would have been unreal.
And you know what? This year would be incredible. All right. So just to finish it off, because we're here, why would I not? I have CeeDee Lamb. Why not pair him with Dak?
Nice. I like that. Dak Prescott for Zach. Jonnu Smith. I need a tight end badly. Cam Scadaboo and Josh Downs off the board.
This is why you wait at quarterback, because in this round, guys like Goff and Dak, very productive players, are still around.
Yeah, and was
Talk to me
Goff did come up.
Joey B is scoring 42 in your face.
So, yeah, I do want to get a quarterback. I probably could wait, honestly, but I do. I think I want to nab a quarterback before it starts to get a little too late. I also want to go with the tight end. Man, the tight end situation is just. I'm actually going to wait a little bit.
There's one tight end you should take here.
Loveland?
No.
Oh, I know who it
Make your
is.
pick, Paul.
We all know who it is.
So at quarterback, let me give one more quick look at the
We
Brandon
all know who to take a tight
Ayuk,
end.
Jordan Mason's there, Pittman. Not really in love with any of the guys, so I'm going to go with the quarterback situation here. I actually think that Jordan Love wouldn't be a horrible pick here. I think he's going to have a really big season, but my rule is I don't pick Packers. CJ Stroud's tempting, but I'm going to take Justin Herbert. Not really thrilled with that, but I'm going to take Herbert. And then at tight end, obviously this is like horrendous. I'm going to play the Kyle Pitts game.
You have to go Kincaid.
You get to go Tucker Kraft.
No, I'm going to play the Kyle Pitts game. I heard Michael Penix. Did you hear Michael Penix is like, it's so much of a joke that even like Michael Penix is making jokes at his press conference.
Pitts will be, he'll be great this year. Yeah. This is the year.
Yeah, this is the year. I'm going to play the game. I'm just going to invest. I know that's a way overdraft, but all these tight ends are coming off the board. Colson Loveland's really not a bad pick, the rookie in Chicago as well. Okay, back to Zach as we blast through the end of the draft here.
And now you're just kind of taking flyers, right? At this point. So,
Jordan Mason's just sitting there.
Well, who is that?
The 49er running back.
he was a 49er running back. Now he's
Remember the guy who was awesome in San Francisco? Like, how can you not know Jordan Mason?
That's why he's just sitting here in the ninth round, but he can't be that good.
All right.
Yeah, I got Jack.
Am I wrong? That's why he's sitting
Yes.
So just looking at the team, you know, why not take a flyer, right? We're at the flyer in this round, and why not just draft Michael Pittman? Why not?
Yeah,
I like that. His back will
Yeah.
probably be less fractured this year.
Probably.
Ramondre Stevenson goes next, then Jordan Mason. Sorry, Jack.
Oh,
right before.
I was
And
probably going to
Purdy.
take him next.
Purdy off the board.
Big blank Brock.
Yeah.
Off the board. I'm like, is receiver, running back, or backup? Are you guys big on backup quarterbacks?
No, you could. There's in the 12-team league. There's always a functional quarterback.
I love Tua as a backup. I like Tua is just like he's
Not this
just
year.
a backup.
Okay,
I think Tua actually might be okay.
I love that. You got to go running back. I'm going to go J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, see, it's 100%. It's just I don't have RJ. Colson Loveland off the board. Caleb Williams, Ziggy.
So one player I'm going to pick here, Nico Collins has gotten hurt every year in the NFL. You've got a player just drafted in the second round by the Texans who can replace him. I think this is an easy Jaden Higgins angle.
Mm-hmm.
If he's the wide receiver one, the Texans offense, because Nico goes down, he's going to produce. And then again, I like taking guys who are in timeshares that could break out. ETN gets hurt all the time. Tank Bigsby was incredibly efficient last year. And rumor is he's getting even more opportunity. We're just going to pick him right up.
Tank Bigsby, MJ, and Higgins off the board. Then Darnell Mooney, Tajay Spears. And that brings us to Jack, who is running out of people that he knows.
Yeah, this is a time in the draft where I just kind of pick
Some
guys.
flyers. Give us some flyers.
Pick guys at the top of the list.
Oh, you know the guy who's at the top of the list.
Oh, well, look who's right there.
My guy Keon Coleman. I do like him.
I mean, Kincaid or Coleman is going to be the guy, right?
Keon Coleman was horrendous last year.
I know, but
I think I had.
I'm sorry, I forgot about
I think I
Khalil
had
Shakir.
him last year.
I forgot about Shakir, but someone needs to be the second guy.
I have like 6 backs. I do want to get some receiver depth. I don't hate Marvin Mims.
Zach is praying you don't take Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah. Oh, Luther Burden's kind of interesting here. I do want a receiver. Or do I go with the Steelers defense? Is that too early?
Hey, and then you draft as you want, my man.
True. Oh, no, I'm going to go the Ole Miss. Get out of Ole Miss. Love this guy. Trey Harris.
Trey Harris off the board. Rashad White, Keon Coleman, Jake Ferguson, Zach. We have 4 rounds left here.
It would have been Rashid White for me, but I don't know. I never know anymore. We're definitely at that point in the.
This is where champions are made.
Champions are made here, you're right. But they're made in the waiver wire.
They are made in the waiver wire. But if I'm going to take anybody, and just because we don't know what's ever going to happen.
Austin Eckler, Dalton Kincaid, Rashid Shaheed, and Jordan Love.
There goes Love.
Comes off the board, leading up to me here. So again, because you never know what's going to happen with Pitts, I'm kind of inclined here to
double up on tight ends.
To look at another tight end. And I just want to see, was last year the year where Goddard was injured? I mean, he's hurt every year, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
last year the year that the sun went up.
Yeah, right. This is the part of the draft where I just start scrolling around. All right, I'm gonna take Jerome Ford.
Go Bearcats, baby.
I'll take the starting running back in Cleveland.
He beat Notre Dame.
And then I'm also going to, I'm going to grab another tight end here. And I'm between Ertz and Goddard. I'll go with, let me make sure I'm not, when's Kyle Pitts bye week?
You really draft based on that's insane.
Well, I mean, if I'm drafting a backup tight end. All right, I'm going to take Goddard. And we send it back with Mims, Eagles. Here comes the defense from Zach, 100%. Eagles defense, and then Jaden Blue, the running back in Dallas.
I won't be picking the defense right now.
I'm taking defense this round.
Just for the heck of it. Who did I saw? I saw him before. Where was he?
Zach's debating.
No. He's just there. And,
Luther Burden again. Didn't you just say you like?
No. What? Who said that?
Oh, Jack.
And just because
quarterback sucks though.
If for some reason Paul's number 1 running back gets hurt, why not take the backup?
Mostert. Damn it, that's where I should have. Yeah. I should have taken because Mostert will wind up playing.
Mostert's like actually good.
Always does.
Like
play.
He's also good too.
He's also like 100 years old. He's 33.
Oh, there goes
But he
Burden.
always does. Okay.
Speed demon.
CJ Stroud, Drake May, then Luther Burden.
And now it's me.
It's
all right. So I'm taking the Steelers D. You see, they were the highest rated defense in Madden 25.
Justin Fields off the board, Ray Davis, and that brings us to Ziggy, who's got 3 picks left.
Ziggy.
So at this point, everyone needs to take a defense. So you're not really setting yourself back by taking one. The Broncos have a very easy opening schedule for defenses. So I'm taking the Broncos here. Finished number 1 last year. Take the guy who put up the points. Not going to take a kicker. Instead, I'm going to take a guy who has a chance to play well if James Conner doesn't take care of business. He's old. He might get hurt. I like Trey Benson.
Yeah, he was a big sleeper last year for people. Commanders defense, Vikings defense. Jack, you could double up on defense.
I might double up on kicker these last 2 rounds. I might go Dicker the kicker in the 15th round here. No. Oh, here we go. I'm taking Chris Boswell.
Your guy?
Pittsburgh is so good at getting to the 35-yard line and stalling and having him kick 55-yard field goals. Chris Boswell. He's the perfect fantasy.
Aaron Rodgers won't turn the ball over either.
Niners
he'll just kneel before he runs for it on 3rd and 7 to convert. We saw that in the championship.
We'll have 4th and 17 from the 37, and Boswell will kick a 54-yard field goal every time.
So Aubrey and Cameron Dicker come off. Zach, you need a kicker and a defense.
It's all right. We'll go defense.
Lions defense, okay, with Hutchinson back. Then we have Bates, Ertz, McLaughlin. Now I need to take one of each. I'm going to go with a kicker. I'll take, Young Wei Koo. I'll take Koo. And then I'll take the Ravens defense. Seahawks defense off the board. Fairbairn. Bucks defense. Zach, your kicker.
Where did he go?
Take your time.
No, where'd he go?
It really matters which kicker you pick. You're definitely not going to swap him out week 2.
No, it was Fairbairn. That's what I wanted.
I think I
In our
play
mock
like
draft.
12 kickers each year.
This is the first time I think I've ever finished a mock draft.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. Give me.
And Zach's taking 5 minutes on his kicker. Are you kidding me?
And it's only a mock draft. It's not even your real team.
Just take Butker.
Click a button.
Pearson. Carlson. All right, Butker off the board. The Houston defense, the Chiefs. I don't know. Oh, Loop, the new guy. Tyler Loop in Baltimore.
All right, my last pick.
Could you take JJ?
No.
Take JJ.
See, can I hear you go? That's a Hokie. Basil Tootin comes off the board.
Actually, not horrible.
No, he's good. Tootin's good.
All right, McPherson and Bass off the board. Ziggy, you need a kicker.
How about the guy who set the record for longest field goal ever? How about that?
Love that.
Yep.
Love that.
Good Mr. Irrelevant
Ziggy
there.
going with Cam Little, the kicker in Jacksonville, who had a 70-yarder.
Should I share a draft on social media?
Yeah. I mean, this should go. I think this was a heck of a mock draft. We'll have to keep this under wraps until it's posted, but yeah, I've clearly got the best team here. I think we can all agree on.
I don't know, Ziggy.
So just a very quick look at our teams.
Our fans could vote.
I'll just read through like the starting lineups. Ziggy's starting lineup: Lamar Jackson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown, Cortland Sutton, DK Metcalf, Roma Dunze, Travis Kelce. It's not bad. I mean, the receiver. There were some questions at receiver. I think some major questions at receiver.
But that's what Ricky Pearsall and Jaden Higgins are for.
Yeah, I guess. Jack, Joe Burrow, Saquon, Bucky Irving, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Mark Andrews, and James Cook.
It's elite.
Not so bad. Slinking Mass. We have Dak Prescott, James Conner, Isaiah Pacheco. It's such a Zach team. Isaiah Pacheco, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, Brock Bowers, and Calvin Ridley.
It's a solid squad.
Nice squad. And then me. Oh, I guess I should also. My team's name is Nala's Pride for anyone wondering why there's Nala. It's in that picture. Justin Herbert. I have Christian McCaffrey, Ashton Genty, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jamison Williams, and Alvin Kamara. Sounds great. It's on paper.
Can we all agree that Paul's the worst team?
Oh, I love my team. I've talked myself into it.
I think it stinks.
This is it's all classic for everyone. Ziggy has his by the books team, which I think at each spot Ziggy made correct selections. Jack buys like way too he really leans into his strategy, and then he's later in the draft making moves to kind of recover. Would you say
this is my first time I've ever done 3 running backs ever?
That's not your like typical strategy.
No.
I'm saying like you don't think like your strategy is like you. I feel like you come into drafts with a strategy and you like lean really into them, and then
you are not a flexible thinker.
Well, last year.
Is that's an insane insult.
That's not even an insult. It's just you form your strategy and then you execute it. You're not flexible.
That's got to be an insult.
It's not an insult.
For any.
Some of the greatest thinkers in history have not been very flexible.
Oh, all right.
I thought you meant like you can't adjust. Like you want to Saquon.
I thought you meant I can't think.
Jack's style is not to adjust. Jack's style is to think it through carefully, form his opinion, and then refuse to change it no matter how much evidence comes his way.
Okay.
Last year you should have taken Barkley.
So when you word it like that,
yeah,
that sounds better.
Zach's guys,
that's who you are, right?
Zach's guys team of
that's why I'm ringless.
Of guys that you'll probably overlook. Yeah, the misfits who you'll overlook, but then will have great years. And then there's my team where it's like everyone will be like, oh, they could be great, and they'll probably suck. So that's how it goes.
No one said they'll be great. This team stinks.
Yeah. So let us know in the comment section who won the fantasy football mock draft. We appreciate everyone for listening, and we'll see you on Thursday.